What's up, family? I'm the guy that showcase and promote African American businesses operating here in the greater Phoenix area. Please help me further support these amazing entrepreneurs by not only supporting my YouTube channel or following me on Facebook, but also stop by their businesses and give them a little economic support. My name is 𝐭𝐤𝐤𝐳, and this is African American Made. Okay, how you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to showcase you and your business. Won't you tell me your name and the name of your business?
My name is Iysha Weddderburn, and I'm the owner of Sparkle and Shine Skincare. I'm a native Phoenician. I was born here. My father was in the Air Force, so as a child we traveled everywhere. We lived in England, we lived in Colorado, I lived in California, and recently just relocated from New Jersey.
From New Jersey, from Arizona to New Jersey and back. So what are some of the major cultural differences between living in a place like Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, and New Jersey?
With New Jersey, there is more abundance of different types of cultures, from African Americans to Dominican to Puerto Rican to Jamaican to island descents. It's just a huge melting pot of abundance of just culture pot.
Yeah, that's great. I've spent a little time on the East Coast and definitely major cultural differences there. So what inspired you to get into the esthetician business in the beauty industry?
What inspired me is I was in corporate America and I wasn't happy. I just knew that there was something bigger for me. There was a different calling for me. And I had this idea in my head and in my heart that I always wanted to help. I always wanted to help people, but I wasn't sure what that was. So I started volunteering my time doing makeup, for going to different homeless shelters, and volunteering my time doing makeup and skincare for different shelters. Growing up as a child and teenager, both of my parents were Mary Kay consultants and in the beauty industry and health and wellness industry. So this was something that I was very familiar with educating others about their skincare and, supplements and things of that nature. So as an adult, I helped other women by going to shelters, teaching them about the basics of skincare. Then I started doing makeup because I wanted to do makeup for domestic violence victims to help them feel better and feel beautiful inside. And that's what triggered me that there was something bigger for me.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. So you started off in this industry by helping others in the community.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. I don't really hear that a lot in terms of getting into this business to actually, support the community, other than, just as straight up as a business. So from there, in your experience with, and you came from an entrepreneurial family, so you had that entrepreneurial spirit and that tied with your helping people in the community in this space. How did you decide to transition that into a full-blown business for yourself?
So, as I was a makeup artist, I started doing makeup on the side for different friends when they were going to an event or a wedding, something of that nature. And I started, doing very well with doing the makeup. So then I had this idea. I said, let me take this to a step further. Let me get a professional license so I can get more professional contracts doing makeup. Because I thought I wanted to take makeup and do makeup for celebrities and for shows and things of that nature. So once I decided to enroll in aesthetic school, that's when the shift started. I started to see the fundamentals of how skin worked.
What kind of education and what kind of, I know you had a background in it, doing it in a community, but when you decided to go into it for a full-blown business, you went to a school, right?
I did. I attended the Studio Academy of Beauty in Chandler, Arizona. And then I furthered my education at the Institute of Dermalogica, which is kind of like it's a professional skincare line, and they also teach you their ways and fundamentals of skincare.
So in your education as an expert skin therapist, what are some of the major things that you pick up there that you utilize in the industry?
So much information. One is learning the layers of the skin. It's very important that you know the layers of the skin. You know several different skin types. You know the histology of skin, how skin works, how skin functions, and the behavior of skin.
So how do you incorporate your teachings to them? Because I would think that there's an education involved there too, along with the self-care, right, or the care. Can you expound on that a bit about how you educate them on, what you learn, and so they could take that out of the salon with them?
Absolutely. So with skincare, with the clients, it's a lot of education, right? You want to educate your client because you want them to understand what you're doing in the treatment room, and you also want them to understand what is it they're doing at home, because they're also going to be doing skincare at home, which is very important. That's number one. Skincare at home is number one. Also, lifestyle. I educate my clients about lifestyle, about eating habits, about supplements, because I believe that great skin comes from within. And that's just pretty much how I explain it to them, is with education, break it down in different analogies to where the client can understand.
Okay, and understanding the health aspect of skin, tell us some of the major things that affect us health-wise, be it diet or lifestyle, that affects the skin.
Okay, yes, there's a lot of different types of ways and situations, because your skin is the largest organ. It's the largest organ. So great skin, I tell everyone this, all of my clients, that great skin comes from within, being your gut, your digestive system. That is the satellite to great skin. I educate my clients that it's important to eat their vegetables, eat their fruits, try to stay away from processed foods, try to stay away from as much sugar. Also, drinking water and staying hydrated is very important. And especially with women, hormones also play a major factor with their skin health as well.
How receptive are your clients to getting that advice? Because, in our culture, we do have very horrible diets, and we come to a person like you for the cosmetic part of our lives. But tying that into health, how receptive are most of your clients to that advice?
That's a great question. A lot of my clients, when they come to me, I let them know that this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Skincare, health is a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. It's not a one and done. It's not something that happens overnight. It is a process that you have to have a certain type of lifestyle and stay committed to that lifestyle. Majority of my clients that want to see healthy skin, they have to change their lifestyle. I'm not saying completely change it, but with things in moderation. For example, if you like to go to brunch, possibly alternate some of your diet choices. Instead of having French fries, I educate them on, instead of having French fries, supplement it with a side salad or some fruit. If you have a burger, have fruit with the burger. Just little tiny gems and education to the clients like that. They become more receptive of it. Most of my clients see results when they change some of their lifestyle habits.
Do you see, for most of us that come to a person like yourself, we're more absorbed with the outside part of us, and you just gave us some game on how to improve our overall appearance by diet for the most part, right? Which is a part of lifestyle. how do you, for a person that you counsel, how do you incorporate those conversations in talking to them about their facial care?
I incorporate it with their consultation. I incorporate it with education. Every time they come to me, I'm asking them questions, asking discovery questions. On their consultation form, I ask them what they're eating, how they're eating. I also provide them with a list. I email them a list of foods that's good for their skin and foods that's not good for their skin. I also do some education via email and also through my social media by setting examples of showing my clients and my followers how I eat.
Okay, so are you able to, as a professional, are you able to immediately, or is it even possible to immediately identify certain behaviors based on your initial examination of a person's, skin? In other words, like a person has like bad condition, whatever it is.
Acne.
Acne, probably one of the number one. But can you say, okay, well, this person, yeah, they got to really, versus, like could have like some kind of disease or something, right? That's kind of different from having a lifestyle thing, which I guess it could be tied to that, right?
Absolutely. It could be tied to a abundance of things. It could be tied to hormonal imbalances, especially in teens, especially in women as well. It can be tied to medications, because remember we talked about the gut health as well. It could be tied to also genetics. There is some individuals that they have genetic issues with their skin or their digestive system. So it's just all about educating, finding out those balances to try to help them as much as possible.
How detrimental to the skin for women is makeup? Like, does that have an adverse effect over a course of time to a person's skin?
That's a great question. Actually, it can, because makeup could be what we call comedogenic, which means it can clog the pores. That's another education play that I come in and I educate the clients on how to clean their skin as well, especially if they wear makeup. Makeup is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love makeup. It's great for special occasions, for photo shoots, for interviews. But as far as wearing it every day to hide and cover up, that's when I come to play and educate the clients, because the goal is just to have makeup as an option. And you have to know how to take care of your skin and clean your skin properly if you're that individual that wears makeup every day, because it can cause some issues with your skin.
So I'm thinking over a course of time, I don't know what a person would spend even on the most conservative end. I know that makeup is probably like any other product you have, the economic versions of it, and you have the very, very expensive brands, right? So over a course of time, the money spent on that versus coming to a person like you to help solve some of the issues they have versus covering it up.
Yes.
Expound on that a little bit in your experience.
With my experience, I've noticed that individuals that wear makeup every day, most of the time it's to hide. It's to hide the acne. It's to hide the acne scars and the hyperpigmentation. So when they start to come to me, they start to notice that they have to wear less of it. And they're really excited about that. And makeup becomes optional for them. They don't have to have that connection with makeup to where they have like this love-hate relationship with makeup. They use it to cover and hide. So when they get to the point where they don't have to wear it as much and they can wear it in their natural skin, they become more liberated and more confident.
So won't you talk to us about some of the services that you provide at Sparkle and Shine?
I'm glad you asked. One of the main services I provide is consultation. I offer virtual consultations. So, for example, if you are in New Zealand or if you are in Europe, you can still have a virtual consultation with Sparkle and Shine Skincare.
What are some of the things that you actually provide in your spa?
Educating about lifestyle, food, supplements, and also home care. That's important to me. I do perform services like microneedling, microdermabrasion, dermaplaning, chemical peels, and I also have hydrofacials. I also have different modalities in my treatment room. One is called a Hydra Skin Refiner, which what that modality does is I have different serums according to your skin type, and it sucks out all the dead skin cells, and it sucks out all the debris out of the skin, and it transforms it into like a junk jar. And I actually physically show my clients what's coming out of their face, and that's when they're convinced, and that's when they're really excited to stay committed to their monthly facials.
So that's not any kind of trickery or anything. That's
No.
actual stuff.
It's actual a junk jar.
Okay, all right. It's like the old Kirby guys come through. They pour some stuff on it.
No.
Okay, I'm just teasing. But so that's amazing. I mean, to actually see some impurities there, and as a result of your treatment, to show the difference between like daily washing your face daily, right?
Absolutely.
So what are some of the major differences, and I'm sure they are, like as a result of you saying some impurities that you can extract from a person's face as a result of your treatment. We tend to think that we're doing a great job every day, washing and scrub, even the facial scrubs and what have you, then we come to you and we get this result. What's not happening when we're washing our face every day versus what you're doing in your salon?
For example, I use professional grade products. I have access to products that the consumer and my clients can't get access to. That's why I go to school and got a state board certification, a state board license, because I have access to professional products that is manufactured and designed to go deeper into the layers of the skin. That's the difference. So when the client comes to me, I have different tools, I have different modalities that I have access to go deeper into the layers of the skin, vice what the client can't do at home.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So what is microneedling?
Microneedling is a treatment that injures the skin. Okay, they're tiny little micro needles. It's a total of 12 small needles. You can barely see the needles because that's how small they are. The intentions for microneedling is so it can injure the skin slightly, because when you injure the skin, it has to come back to grow and it heals. So when it heals, it's creating and stimulating those skin cells. And then what I do is I numb the face first, so you're not going to feel the needles. It's actually a painless treatment. It's one of the best treatments designed, especially for clients that have acne scarring. Okay, and then I implement a nice hyaluronic acid to kind of, when the skin is healing back, we are having brand new skin come in. It also stimulates collagen and promotes collagen.
Now, this is not a one-time treatment. This is something you do over a course of time, or?
Yes, with the microneedling treatments, I do recommend a series of 3 up to 6.
Okay, great. Wow, I'm learning a lot here. I feel like my face is dirty. I don't know. I just feel like I need to get in here. Okay, and so we've gone over a lot of the services that you provide and your expertise and what have you. What would you like to see? What would you like to see Sparkle and Shine in the next 3 to 5 years?
The next 3 to 5 years, I would like to see Sparkle and Shine Skincare to be worldwide, global, a household name. I'm also known as your Esti Auntie because I am that auntie that tells you the truth about your skin and how you eat and how you should take care of yourself at home. I say it with love, but I'm very strict on my clients as well. So that's where I would like to see Sparkle and Shine Skincare in about 5 years. Basically global. I want to go global. I want everyone to know that everyone needs skincare, no matter how old you are, how young you are. Men and women are entitled to healthy, glowing skin. If you have a face, you need skincare. You need a facial. You need skin education, because that's the first thing people see is your skin.
And we're a very, we're very cosmetic oriented and full of vanity
Yes.
in America. So we spend a lot of money and time on products, right?
Yes.
But I feel like through this conversation, we're not really going about it the right way to get the best results, just using commercial products at home. I mean, particularly if we have certain issues, right? Well, some people are blessed with flawless skin, but I'm assuming that's just only a fraction of the population.
That's true.
So coming to someone like yourself, Sparkle and Shine, to address some of those issues could probably save us more money in the long run in terms of buying all these products that really doesn't do much for us, you know?
Absolutely. And not only you're going to get access to professional products and professional treatments, but you're also going to get access to education.
So what are some of the trends you see right now in this industry in terms of like its growth? And, you know, I hear a lot of people talk about self-care a lot now.
Yes.
In our culture. Is that translating to better business in this industry for a person like yourself?
It does. It has its pros and its cons. The aesthetic industry is growing, and it's estimated to grow into the billions in the year 2025. It's trending, and I think that it has a huge opportunity to grow even bigger. We're living in a world where physical appearance is very important, especially for media, social media, for television. So I see a big trend happening with self-care, more self-love, more confidence. A lot of beauty influencers are also coming on board with being beauty influencers. The problem I have with that is a lot of times they don't have the proper education to educate their audience, and they're just making up things that could hurt a lot of different consumers and people, because they have these beauty industry influencers that's not giving professional advice. So with that being said, I recommend that you see a licensed professional for professional treatments.
Okay, so it's because of all these new burgeoning outlets for us to be in front of the camera, you know, that's impacting your industry in a positive way. So what are some of the major things that you think a person in business, in the esthetician business, can do to kind of, you know, improve their position in the marketplace?
To know your audience, know your target market, know who you're speaking to. That is very important, I feel, to share with other estheticians, and also continuing their education, because the industry is always evolving and changing. For example, chemical peels. Chemical peels were known to, you know, burn the face off and this face peels off. Well, nowadays, chemical peels are getting less and less aggressive, but still being effective and providing results for the skin without the drama on the face. So with that, how I know about that is because I stay active in my industry. I stay committed to evolving in my education.
Okay, that's a good point. So, as an African American businesswoman, who obviously you're in the industry where you service the whole community, but as a African American businesswoman, what has been your experience so far with getting your business up and running and competing in the marketplace? And how has that been for you?
It hasn't been a pretty journey. It has its peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. At times, sometimes it can be very challenging at times, depending on what's going on in the economy, what's going on in the world. But it's all about mindset. It's all about mindset. And I just keep going. I don't let it hold me back. I am that type of person that I don't knock on doors, I kick them down. I don't wait for opportunities to come to me. I go to the opportunity. But as I mentioned before, it hasn't been pretty. But that's part of business. Mm-hmm. That's a part of growth, is having those challenges and not allowing those challenges to stop you in your assignment and what you are determined to help and do what your assignment is. And that's my assignment, is to help and educate as many people with their skincare and their skin education.
I certainly get that from you. Your passion about education, first and foremost, is amazing.
Some of the challenges I have as far as being a Black woman business owner is funding. Funding is one of the challenges, but I forecast and see that changing, because in Arizona, there is a lot of programs out there that is helping Black women in business with grants and funding. So that's the positive aspect for that.
Okay, that's good. So take advantage of some of those opportunities, and I know that when the overall dominant economy is hurting, then we kind of take a hit harder.
Yes.
And getting access to those funds, although sometimes they tell us they're out there, can be a challenge in and of itself, trying to get a hold to. So I totally understand that. Now, because of the type of business you're in, does that have an impact? Does that have an impact on what kind of funding you can get, or does it matter?
It does matter, because some banks and certain corporations do not fund Black women in business. So it's just, we have to go out there to these corporations and let them know that we are here, and that we have to prove to them that we're doing business. Mm-hmm. And show them that we are doing business, so we are entitled to receive those funds.
You have an amazing social media presence, quite a robust following. I know you said there's not that many, but that I think is great. And I can see through this interview why you do. You have an amazing presence, and you're passionate about educating folks, not just servicing them and getting them out the door.
Right.
Do you have aspirations to take that in front of the camera or do something social media wise to showcase your business and your knowledge?
Yes, absolutely. I'm in hopes to create a podcast with some of my other esthetician colleagues. Also have a more presence on my YouTube channel that I did start. I enjoy social media, but sometimes it can get a little overwhelming, and I'm very private, and I like my private time with my family. But it's important to have that social media presence and having your audience to be organic, having your followers organically, because you can buy followers nowadays. You can buy AI. We're in AI now, so that controls a lot of the social media. But I think I love my platform because my platform is authentic and my followers are organic.
Yeah, so that's very important because, you know, even though you can buy subscribers and followers and stuff like that, you can still tell that it's fake because of the engagement, comments, and things like that, or you know, viewers and things like that. If you have a high subscription number but you don't have any viewers, that's a telltale sign that you probably bought your subscriptions. So having that organically, although it takes a while to, you know, get 6,000 followers, you know, I think it's much better.
Absolutely. And another thing, like sometimes I don't even base success off of the amount of followers that you have, because I believe that followers and likes does not produce income. What produce income is your clients actually booking the service, actually buying your products. So it's all about just getting that engagement out there for them to, you know, engage authentically with you.
I'm so glad you said that, because I say that all the time among the people that I particularly interview, that, you know, it's one thing to get, you know, clicks and likes,
That's
but
right.
you want feet coming in the door.
That's right.
You know, so definitely from a business standpoint, I think we understand that more than anything.
Absolutely.
Well, how can we find you?
You can find me at my website at www.sparkleandshineskincare.com. You can also find me on Instagram at __sparkle and shine. My skin suite is located in 𝐈𝐭'𝐬, Arizona, off of Elliott and 48th Street, conveniently located off of the I-10 and the 202.
Well, Iysha, thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you. I know we had a couple hiccups here, but we got it done.
Yes,
and I
we
thank
did.
you so much for your time. You're such a delight. And I'm going to be booking me a session with you. You
Absolutely,
know.
I would love to.
I'm going to book a session.
Yes.
Thank you again for this opportunity to talk to you.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it a lot.
Okay, hope to see more of you.
Thank you.
All right, we did it.